자, 시작하겠습니다. 자, 준결승전은 15분간 두 팀 한으로 시작하겠고요. Anna, could you choose which team should do which one? 자, head or tail? Head. Tail. Choose. Disagree. Agree. Okay. 자, 시작하겠습니다. 저지에는 안나킴 교수님, 타일러 선생님, 그리고 제이슨 선생님 하시겠습니다. 자, agree부터 먼저 시작하겠어요.
People are afraid of death from murder and homicide. However, in reality, death rate of murder is much lower than that of obesity. Yet people are not aware of themselves being obese, which is the main cause of global death. From our team's perspective, the food industry must be penalized for the following reasons. First, food industry has made people's appetite to be accustomed to sugar, salt, and fat, which are dangerous to our health. Secondly, food industries do not clarify the harmful ingredients they use. Lastly, as people are being busier, the number of people who buy food from outside is increasing. Therefore, our group believes that the food industry should be punished for promoting unhealthy habits. To begin with,
It has become a world where we can easily find food to eat, and the development of the food industry has given us the convenience. However, the industry is being attacked recently by some groups who claim the industry for the obesity of the world. Point blank, it is such a blasphemy that the food industry would get punished by the unhealthy contents in their foods. The food industry has no reason to be tackled upon their quality of foods. As it is the democratic societies that we live in, it is mainly the consumer's responsibility to select which food they will eat. Well, we need to also consider that the fast food industries had their efforts to serve us a splendid taste to satisfy our five senses. It is being asked to pay both in economic and the area of service, which is truly burdensome and gives menace to the industry. It will be notified later on about the specific details why the food industry should not be penalized. Also, we will be kind enough to roll down countering your attacks one by one.
To begin with, food industry made people's appetite accustomed to unhealthy ingredients.
Specifically, people have been eating foods that include lots of unhealthy ingredients for a long time, and it is hard to change our accustomed appetite.
I think that it is not the first in the food companies' fault because the food that we eat is our choice, not the company choice. So I choice. So I think that this problem is not only the company's fault. I will give some table that illustrate support my idea.
The chart is about the top 10 consumed products in Korea. This is a report made by the KFDA, which is the Korean Food and Drug Association, for 4 years. Next page. If we see on the chart, we have for 4 years the flour has been on top for the 4 years. This is reasonable because it contains all our bakery food like baguettes, bread, and anything made by flour. Second is sugar, which we know we use them as salt for flavoring our food, and it's essential to put in the product because almost every single product has a little amount of sugar. But the problem is in the third and fourth table. And third is the carbon-charged drinks like soda, cola, and cider. While fourth is the fruit and vegetable drinks. And if we see in the 2009, which 2006, there was a lot of production in both carbon-charged and vegetable drinks. And in the next year, next page, please, we see that the production of carbon-charged was decreased while the fruit and vegetable drinks production was increased. This shows the trend of the market, which is well-being market, and this shows that the industry has followed to this trend of well-being. However, in the next year, we see that the vegetables have gone, the production has gone lower. This shows that the customers has not selected the fruit and vegetable or the healthier drinks. So having a loss in money in the industry couldn't continue their efforts to promote healthier food, which is not responsible to the industry but responsible to the consumers.
You said that because of companies' money, the food industry must use the ingredients such as sugar. But in my opinion, I think keeping people's health is more important than companies' money, because the people must be the first, better than anything.
The company tried to keep our body health. Let's compare with the 2006 and 2007 table. We focus on the third grade and the first grade. The third grade is soda like cola, and the first grade is the vegetable. So, in case of the compare with the 2006 and 2007, the company tried to produce more vegetables. Please see 2007 slide and 2006. Let's see. The first grade is vegetable average, and remember this number and this slide. And the first grade is also the vegetable, and remember this this number. Next slide. But now, remember this number. It is decreased. Do you know the reason why the decreased the number of producing the fruit product?
Can you actually clarify what you're talking about?
Apologies for the uncomprehensive speech, but I would like to summarize it. It's saying that it's mostly the same as what I said, that about the efforts, and I would like to counter the saying of the delegate saying that health is better. But I would like to show that cooking at home is much cheaper. Do you know why? It's in fast food and restaurant food, we have all sorts of middlemen taking their money. However, if the people knew how to cook and how to choose the right choices for their health and buy the food at the right price, cook at home, and eat them at home, they'll live a more healthier life, and a company would also get a money benefit because the consumers actually buy the healthier products. So this is the summary.
You said that cooking at home is better, but however, these days people are so busy to cook at home, and according to the research, the people who work in companies, Samsung, they usually their office going hour is 7 o'clock, which is very early, and they won't have enough time to prepare for cooking.
Well, in that circumstance, it can be clearly explained that there's no the fast food companies or food industries cannot be penalized. And let me explain the previous content that we showed on this table. In one sense, it can be explained that consumers have rejected their options for being healthy and chose more economic food.
Can you prove why consumers rejected keeping their health?
Well, the delegate must have paid attention to the table.
You must have paid attention to it because we could see that the production of vegetable and fruit beverages was produced more, increased, while the carbon-charged one decreased. Due to the well-being trend of the consumers. However, in the next year, the production of vegetable and fruit beverage decreased, and there is no reason for industry to decrease their increased production on the post year, because until they have lost money in such products. So this means that because the customers didn't choose the healthier drinks, the industry was forced and pulled down to produce lesser healthier drinks.
However, food industry does not
you guys,
clarify.
Team 4 and 8, I feel like, okay, who was the last team? I think you guys presented a point, right? A position, and then you guys just kept rebuttaling. Okay, so will you guys, team 8, do you have another point to present so the team 4 can rebuttal to your point? Besides I think we already understood the chart information.
The food industry is also trying to promote well-being. For example, there are many healthy menus in fast food restaurants, and also, for example, famous restaurants named Subway, they promote healthy ingredients, and they are not that expensive compared to the other food restaurants. Because of these reasons, I think that the delegate should know that the food industry is also trying to think the consumer's health.
You said that the companies promote healthier foods, but there's no guarantee that they include only good substances that promotes our health.
Everybody knows that if a company needs to make a food product to the market, they need to pass the gates of all test laws. And it was actually proved in a scientific experiment where the Subway tried to go into the food market. They got the result by they are using fresh ingredients like cheese, tomato, cabbage, and all of those stuff that go into the sandwich. And this proves that fast food companies are making a move in a more healthier way.
However, we cannot say that every restaurants are passed by those tests.
Could the delegate please say that once again?
Oh, we cannot guarantee that every restaurants are passed by those tests.
Of course, as the delegate said, we cannot guarantee that every restaurant has their well-being program for food. However, it is clear that at least every restaurants are trying their best and have their effort, because if you go to McDonald's, you can see some diet programs or well-being products. So we cannot just state that they are not doing anything for the health food, or you guys cannot say that it cannot be guaranteed for nice ingredients, but at least we can say that all of the restaurants are trying to save our health from food.
However, if, as you said, if a lot of companies and restaurants try to use fresh vegetables and ingredients, then the price of the food will go up, and poor people cannot afford them. So there will be a lot of gap between poor people and wealthy people.
This in the problem of poverty and poorness and lack of money for the customers, it is not actually it's not actually chained with this topic, and I think the homemaking, I said in earlier, the homemaking is actually cheaper, and the cheaper things like potatoes and all those stuff will make you healthier, and for the non-consuming, for the poor people, it's not the matter of the industry, but the government to support them in a more healthier welfare care to take care of this problem.
You mentioned that.
Okay, teams, thank you. I think we're going to go into conclusion, so please prepare your conclusive statements.
You guys said that it's consumers' responsibility to pick healthy food, and the food industries have put their best effort to satisfy the consumers. But in our group's perspective, the food industry should be penalized for 3 reasons. First, the food industries have made people's appetite to be accustomed to many harmful substances. And also, the food industries do not clarify what they put in the labelings. Lastly, as more people are becoming busy, we have to spend money on instant foods, and food industry should not put bad substances. For these reasons, our team believes that the food industries should be penalized.
So far, the past conversation has led us to get well-rounded information about whether the food industry should be punished or not. And thus, we reached to the conclusion that the food industry is totally innocent. Proper labeling. The industry labels a product low-fat because the product is low-fat, low in fat. It doesn't need to be low sugar to be low-fat. The industry has a separate label for low sugar, and also being low-fat doesn't mean you don't get fat. It is the amount of consumption which industries cannot control. Since the products have passed the government tests, there is no reason for criticism. The bigger portion cannot be criticized because the increase in the average amount of consumption of people has affected the enlargement. The demand of reinforcement in finance and service is also another no, because it is basically not following the basic rule of industry, profitability. To sum up, we should not blame the poor food industries. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, teams. Good job, both teams. I think you guys both did a great job. Maybe a little bit nervous being on the stage with these crazy lights shining upon your faces. But good job, and thank you.